The last thing that I am is somebody who is conspiratorial. I'm not conspiratorial at all. That's just not in my DNA. This is something that is almost out of a Tom Clancy novel, or something that you would think, I would if I were you, this has got to be a conspiracy. There's no way this is happening. But they're actually overtly, explicitly saying that they're going to undermine the Constitution. They're going to undermine Donald Trump if he becomes the next president. They're saying it. I'm going to show you the actual article right here. We're going to go through it and look at it together. Look, a lot of people think, hey, you're a Trumpster, Nez. You must be a Trumpster. I love my country. I love the Constitution. And, the fact that they're working so hard to get rid of this guy speaks volumes about what's happening in our country, what's happening, with the people who are the powers that be, what's happening in, the elected officials' mindsets that the American public actually voted and elected these individuals. Are they representing their constituents, or do they have their own selfish plans? This is just, it's alarming to me. I value the process. I value democracy. I value the fact that if you say you're going to run and you go through all of the necessary protocol, paperwork, and you actually become somebody who is a candidate. In this case, this was a former president, for crying out loud. You've actually galvanized a movement. You've actually earned people's trust. You've earned people's early numbers and early support before in caucuses and primaries, et cetera, that Americans should have the opportunity. They should have the chance to vote for this individual. And the fact that they're doing everything, never mind all of the Russian collusion. This guy's been impeached a million times, it feels like. They've thrown the kitchen sink. The DOJ has gone after him. They've indicted him 1 trillion times, it feels like. He's been in court more than he has been in the Oval Office or on the campaign trail. They've thrown everything at this guy, the kitchen sink and everything. This makes you think. This makes you wonder. Michelle Obama just recently, if you haven't seen this video, I'll leave a link in the description. Michelle Obama recently said, I'm terrified of what's going to happen with the. What are you guys so afraid of? What are you guys so scared of? If this is who the American public wants, I always wait and try to do my best to analyze all the policies, analyze results, analyze track records so I can make the best decision possible. I'll be honest, I think like most Americans, sometimes it comes down to vibes too. Do I think that this guy or gal or whoever it is, do they give me that feeling of leadership? Do they give me that feeling of confidence? Do they give me that feeling that they have convictions and beliefs in what they're actually saying? There's a lot of things that I factor in. But, you look at the results. We are in how many wars right now? Proxy wars. We're the closest we've ever been to World War III since the Cuban Missile Crisis in the early 60s under Kennedy. Gas is exorbitantly priced. I can't take my family out to dinner without spending less than $100, which used to be 50% less than that when Trump was in office. There was prosperity. There was no wars. Why not so much vehemence towards Biden, the same amount that you put towards Trump? The results speak volumes. You can't blame him. It's been over 3 years. You can't blame him anymore that it was his policies. It was his administration that's caused all this. You can't do that. No, you can't do that anymore. The results speak volumes. Never mind the fact that this guy can barely speak. He seems incontinent. It seems abundantly clear he is incapacitated and he can barely articulate a legible sentence anymore. He hasn't done a State of the Union address in God knows when. He hasn't done an actual press conference that really gives us an idea of what's happening with the war in Ukraine. Why are we sending billions and billions of dollars when millions and millions of Americans are struggling? There's a lot to factor in, but let's look at this article. This I've never imagined in a million years. It's straight out of a Tom Clancy novel. I never imagined in a million years this would ever be something that they would do. I mean, I knew they threw the entire kitchen sink at them, but this almost seems like a conspiracy that's become reality. Check this out. Let's look at this article together. Okay, so this is NBC News. You can see the yellow check mark. This is their Twitter/X account. And this is a new article from NBC. And it says a network of public interest groups and lawmakers nervous about former President Trump's potential return to power is quietly devising plans to foil any effort on his part to pressure the U.S. military to carry out his political agenda. Quietly devising plans sounds very similar to treason. That is treason. That's a coup. That is what banana republics do. This is coming from their own representatives. NBC is completely in the pocket of the Democrats and the left, the far left especially. Quietly devising plans to foil any effort on his part to pressure the U.S. military to carry out his political agenda. But wait a minute, there was no wars during his political reign, during his presidency. He actually took it to China. He actually tried to extend an olive branch to North Korea. Now, what Biden and Kamala have created is they've created the warmest Cold War of all time. We're completely isolated from Russia. China doesn't want to have anything to do with us. They're totally pissed off about what's happening with Taiwan. North Korea won't even look at us anymore. They're doing their ballistic tests left and right. The world is laughing at Joe Biden every time he is on camera and talks. We look weak. Prices have gone up. Inflation has gone up. Interest rates have gone up. Americans are struggling. We're sending billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. Why are they not exercising this kind of, planning or effort for the current sitting president? Why are they not doing that? You have to ask yourself this. So check this out. So this is really scary. So right here, we are already starting. This is Mary McCord, Executive Director of Institution for Constitutional Advocacy and Protection at Georgetown Law. So a professor, higher education involved? Coincidence? I think not. We're already starting to put together a team to think through the most damaging types of things that Trump might do so that we're ready to bring lawsuits if we have to. Wow. Now bracing, check this out, now bracing for Trump's potential return. It almost seems like it's inevitable. A loose-knit network of public interest groups and lawmakers is quietly devising plans to foil any efforts to expand presidential power, which could include pressuring the military to cater to his political needs. This is actually in the article, folks. This is an NBC article right here. I'll leave a link to the article if you want to check out the entire article. I'll leave a link in the description. This is an actual article. They are already devising secretly, quietly, a coup. They are so afraid of this guy coming back. They're like, we've thrown the entire kitchen sink at this guy. We've tried to take him off the freaking ballot so Americans cannot exercise their right to vote, their democratic right, their freedom to vote for who they who they want to. That hasn't worked. We took him off the ballot in Maine. We took him off the ballot of Colorado. We're trying to do it in California, and they're probably going to try to do it again and again and again. That didn't work. Well, okay, it's inevitable. This guy's probably going to win because they know Biden and Kamala are travesties. This guy's probably going to win. So let's just, pretty much all galvanize and collaborate so we can shut him down and we can create a invisible coup, a clandestine coup, if you will. This is really alarming stuff. Again, I'm not a Trumpster. I'm not right, conservative, whatever. I'm for practicality. I'm for pragmatism. But we've never seen anything like this. This is unprecedented. This kind of, it's not even secret anymore. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's out in the open. They're publishing articles on Twitter, in the public, in the media. We are going to do everything in our power to circumvent the Constitution, okay, to betray the American public who elected this individual, who potentially elected this individual, and we're going to do what we think is best. We don't care what the American public, we know what the American public needs. They don't know what they need. We're going to take care of that. Scary stuff. The stakes are high. We need to be aware. We need to exercise critical thinking. We need to exercise critical discernment. We need to save our country. This is my mission. This is my purpose. I want to hear from you. What do you guys think of this? What are your thoughts? Do you agree, disagree? Do you think this is alarming? Nah, it's not alarming, Nez. You're overreacting. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it this far, make sure that you sign up for our free newsletter. There is a 99% chance that YouTube is going to delete this channel. If you like this content, which I love hanging out with you guys, I love talking with you guys, I love responding to the comments, I love creating these videos as a patriot, as somebody who loves his country, who thinks there's no greater country on planet Earth, I want to continue to create these videos. So sign up for our free newsletter so you never miss out on anything. In case they do delete this channel and they delete our platform, we may have to go somewhere else. I am on Rumble. I've already talked about this. I'll leave links to that in the pinned comment and description. But make sure you sign up for our free newsletter because that's the best way that you'll always be in the know and you won't miss a thing. Make sure you check out these videos right here. They're awesome. Subscribe down there, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.